My boom this week is Todd Gurley.
Wow, from your bust last week.
I had him as my bust last week, but I think he has a very favorable matchup this week against the Raiders.
Yeah.
I expect a full high volume game, which Gurley needs to be involved in order for the Falcons to do well. I feel like, if you watch that last game, Matt Ryan got destroyed.
Yeah.
Destroyed. Granted, Saints defense looked really good, but I don't know if Julio is going to play. Julio has that hamstring issue. But in the end, whether it is Matt Ryan's job or whatever, Gurley just needs to start running more. Or the run game in general. I know Brian Hill also got a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
But I think Gurley is definitely going to have a bounce back game.
Okay. My boom this week is one of the surprising players of this year is Antonio Gibson. He's projected 10.14 points. Dallas is arguably one of the worst defenses when it comes to the run game. And Gibson has been on a tear. The team loves to get him involved, especially Alex Smith. When you just watch the game, the two players that stand out on that team is Gibson and McLaurin. I feel like wherever they go, the team kind of goes. And so I really like him this week. I believe it's a Thanksgiving game.
I think so.
I think he's gonna have a big.
Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving, and I think he's gonna have a big game.
For my buzz, I'm choosing Josh Jacobs, and
wow,
I know, and he's been on a tear recently.
Yeah.
But the only reason why I'm choosing him is just because of matchup-wise. Falcons, we know that they aren't the best defense, but their run defense has been actually pretty good. They've only allowed 4 rushing touchdowns all year, and they've been holding all running backs to 3.6 yards per carry.
Maybe it's because everyone just carves them up through the pass game.
That's why. So I feel like I think Josh Jacobs will still be very involved, but I don't think that he will have the production he's been having the past couple weeks. Yeah.
That's a bold take.
It's a bold one.
That's a bold take. You're gonna get a lot of hate from it. So,
I like these,
be ready.
I like these bold takes because I feel like that's
what sports is about.
Yeah, that's what sports are all about. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty bold, but
okay. My bust this week, it's kind of tough, but I chose Melvin Gordon. He's projected 6.8 points. He's coming off a big game against the Dolphins, and he has a decent amount of touchdowns this year. But he's going against the number 1 rushing defense in the Saints, actually. That Saints D, especially with the run, is pretty. They're pretty good. That said, I know Denver loves to run the ball, so there is a chance that Melvin gets a touchdown, just because of pure volume. But I'll take the risk here. I think the Saints will shut him down.
All right. For my sleeper, I had David Montgomery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from him much.
And he was on concussion protocol.
That's right.
So, they're playing against the Packers, and if you want to beat the Packers, you have to beat them on the ground, I think.
Because that's like where their weakness is, I believe.
And when he didn't play, the running backs that took over for him were just terrible. And so it's not like he has competition, even though he's not the greatest either. So I just feel like, what the heck? Just roll the dice with David Montgomery. Yeah. He has a good schedule. Nick Foles hasn't been that great as a thrower. He can't really move down the field as much. So I feel like they're just going to keep giving Montgomery carries, even though he doesn't even run down the field that well.
Is Nick Foles not hurt from that time?
Oh, actually, I don't. Is he?
Whoever. It'll favor Montgomery.
Yeah. So regardless, but
okay, good pick. My sleeper this week was actually your sleeper last week.
Oh,
it's Hines.
Gotcha.
He didn't have the best game. He was okay.
He's terrible on the ground.
Terrible on the ground, but passing game he did well.
Yeah.
But he had a big game last time they played the Titans, where they're playing this week. And with the way the Titans D play against the Colts, which was sort of stop their run game, he kind of shined because obviously he has a role in the passing game. He's just one of those players, though. Like when you watch him play, I think what Frank Reich, the head coach, likes to do is just give him the ball and let him kind of do his thing. Just sort of, he can make something out of nothing type of player. And so I think he has some potential there for as a sleeper, especially if you're struggling with running backs.
Gotcha. All right.